So here we are again. It's been quite some time. Welcome to the Wolf's Den. This is a great big surprise. Not really that much of a surprise to all of my PAC members here. It's just me, but I haven't made one in a long time, so I thought, build it up a little bit bigger than what it really is. Not that it's really that big a deal. So, there's been a lot happened since we made the last recording, as most of you all know. Caught on fire. That was a wonderful experience, one I hope not to duplicate anytime soon. But, the wolf, there's always that possibility that he may walk back into the flame again. So anyway, today, today's going to be kind of a fun thing, but also kind of a realistic thing. I do most of my posting on my wall, or I do it on my my spirit page, Shadow Wolf Ancient Soul of Death. To those of you who have not subscribed to that page, please look it up. I'll even put the link on my wall after this video is done, and we can hopefully, make it grow. And that's really what I'm trying to do. This is about, this isn't about the wolf being some fantastic, charismatic public figure. I'm not. Done a lot in this world, most of it behind the scenes, but it's I'm not looking to be the next president. Which, by the way, yes, I hope Trump does win. I am voting for Trump. I hope that most of you all who are looking at any of these, ones that we've got running, whether it be Cruz or it be Clinton or any of the others, realize that, listen, every presidential record we have right now has their faults. Look, Donald Trump's not a saint. Yes, he started a school, blah, 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 and people subscribed to it. It wasn't an authentic school, and some people took out $36,000 in loans or greater, and yes, he may have taken some people's money under false pretenses, so, here's what I got to say to that. Really? Oh, excuse me. Sorry about that. So, you know what? Listen, he's not the only one that's ever done that. There are thousands and thousands of fake schools that are out there that people are taking people's money. One that even I, years and years ago, got called up in my own self, called the Institute of Security and Technology, IST, Miami, Florida. Come and get a great degree, a degree in security. Well, what the heck? I'll try it. $3,000. Wow, that's not bad. Turned out to be a big fake. I fell for it, paid for it. Learning experience. People, if you're going to fall for something like that online, don't blame the guy who put it out there. He's just trying to make a dollar like everybody else is. And there are thousands of scams out there, people. Just get real. Which one does have a scam? Hey, let's look at Hillary Clinton. Hell, she went to Bosnia and was under sniper fire while signing autographs for children and giving people hugs and, but she was under sniper fire. So, yeah, they all got scams. We've never had a president that didn't have a scam or something, so, get real. People, listen. All I want to say about that, about the politics things, and I'm going to end it right here, right now, is simply this. I don't care who you vote for. Vote for who in your heart you feel is right. I myself, from all the research, the biggest thing that I do love about Trump is that look. It doesn't matter whether it's Hillary, it doesn't matter whether it's Donald Trump, it doesn't matter whether it's Cruz, it doesn't matter if it's who it is. They're going to take us into a war. We're sitting on that doorstep of a war now. The question is, what war do we want to fight? I would much rather fight, Trump's war, with all the illegal immigration. Hey, look at this. I live in Ohio. I drive down to a convenience store. Somebody from the Middle East owns it. Given to them by our government. Here's the money. Not a loan. It's a grant. The money's yours. Tax-free for 7 years, 10 years, however long it is. And here's the good news about that. When your time for that tax-free business is running up, transfer that over into your brother or your sister or your aunt and your uncle's name. We'll give them 7 more years. You could, if you've got 40 relatives in stores, you can live 3 lifetimes and never have to pay a single dollar in tax. It's gotta stop. So yeah, we're going to war with Trump. Sure are. I'd much rather fight his war than I would say Hillary's. Who's going to make it perfectly clear? She makes President of the United States of America. She's going to have people knocking on people's door to collect the guns. Well, I think we all know how that story ends, right? Because there ain't no way in the world that's going to happen without a fight. bring it. So, what I want to talk to you about today is a little bit off the wall, so just bear with me. What I'd like to talk to you about today is something that I know I'm finding in my life is driving me insane. Absolutely crazy. And it's people not being real. I look at, we have three kinds of people in this world. We have humans, not really devoted to anything except for their own, what's going on inside their own four walls. Go to work every day, come home, same routine every day, in and out. And for some people, for humans, I think those are the ones that are admirable. Then you have the humans that are sheep. I can't stand sheep. But then again, I'm a wolf. You know what I like sheep? Is on my lips and in between my teeth. So what is a sheep? Sheep is people who are not real. And let me tell you, epiphany. I have, for some reason, since I've got home from the hospital from this fire, it's like a light bulb has went off in my head or something. Everywhere I look, I'm seeing people for the way they really are. And some of these people, I never saw this coming. I never thought in a million years these people would ever turn out to be, what's the word? Wow. Fake. I hate fake people. Straight up, I like to take every fake person I know out to a beachside somewhere, not the ocean, would not wish to pollute our beautiful oceans, but some stagnant water hole somewhere, and just put a bullet in every single one of their heads. Because fake people piss me off. So what's fake? Now, I'm not going to, let me back up a little bit. Someone says this just yesterday, and I love this. They're right. To some degree, everybody is somewhat fake. What is a fake person? We all have secrets. We have things that we hide. I have a lot of secrets. I have a lot of things that I hide. I hide because of some legal issues that could be detrimental. We all hide things, but we hide the things that are going to harm us. We don't hide what we are. When I leave the house, I'm wearing the same thing you see right now, or another one. I have probably 15 or 20 of them. Depending on what I'm feeling like I need that day before I leave the house, I represent. I'm a witch. I'm proud. There is no shame in this game whatsoever. I am proud to be a witch. And I will tell anybody that asks, are you a witch? Yes, I am. I'm a witch. Practice witchcraft daily. And I do daily dedicate myself to my craft. Meditation, especially now, it seems like my physical has been cut in half. Haven't been really able or supposed to be doing a lot physically, but the wolf. He could cheat when he has to. So, meditation, studying, working on my books of shadows, creating new spells, creating new incantations, new mantras, new ceremonies even. Constantly trying to grow stronger in what I am. See, that is me. It's keeping it real, and I think that's good. That's a good one. There's the phrase of the day: keeping it real. Be what you are. People think I'm an asshole. I am. But I was an asshole a year ago, 5 years ago, 10 years ago, 15 years ago, 20 years ago. Actually, probably go back in this lifetime. Let's just go be honest. I've been an asshole since the day I was born. I guess I'm ashamed to say it. I'm not going to pat you on the back and be like, oh, poor little Kevin, bring it in. Come on. Bring it in to Daddy here. Give me a hug. Let Daddy hug us away. No. If you deserve that hug, I'm going to be the first one to give you that hug. If you need to be lifted up, I'm going to be the one to lift you up. But at the same time, understand something. I don't hug sheep. I hug my wolves. I'll hug my witches. I'll hug my vampires. My skinwalkers. Hell, I'll even hug a werewolf. But I don't hug sheep. I eat sheep. I'm making no mistake. If I get an opportunity and I find someone out here in my world that's a sheep, don't believe for a second you're safe. Because I'm always looking for a good meal. I'm always looking for the next thing to set my teeth into. And you know what? You may believe that, hey, the wolf's weakened right now, he's not 100%. Don't you ever think if that makes you say, see, the witch may not be 100%, but the wolf was never hurt at all. The wolf was just as deadly the day he caught on fire as he was the day he was created. And I am tired of fake people. Don't be a sheep. I regress. Forgive me. So what is a sheep? This is a simple translation. It's easy. It's people who are not real. Which is about 90% of people I know. It's the ones, and I'm going to spend a few minutes on this, so bear with me, and then I'm going to explain something to you. Christians are sheep. They don't have to be sheep. Now, see, there's the thing. A Christian does not have to be a sheep, but most of them are. Everybody wants to go to heaven. But nobody wants to go through hell to get there. It doesn't matter what you practice. It doesn't matter whether you're a Christian. It doesn't matter whether you're a practicing witch. It doesn't matter whether you're a Buddhist or you're a Taoist. It doesn't matter if you're a Muslim. It doesn't matter if what the hell ever you are. This can go on and on for days. Live it. I can honestly look into this camera right now and talk to you and tell you that every day of my life, every second of my existence, every moment, minute, hour, day, and year, you cannot find fault in my walk. Now some will say, well, that's easy for you because the walk you have has no rules, it has no laws. You want to curse someone, you curse someone. You want to heal someone, you heal someone. You want to go out and do harm, you want to go out and do good. There is no rules that says what you can or can't do. You're not, okay, that's true. Right? And that's a good example. Maybe mine would appear to be easier. But it's not. I can do anything I want to do. But if I want to have an eternal promise, if I want to have that eternal promise that I am going to live forever, then everything I do has got to be done in good faith and good reasoning. And I give everybody I've ever harmed. So if you're a pedophile or you physically harm someone that was in my coven or harm someone that was in one of my organizations, yes, I would give you no warning. I'm just coming for you. But the average sheep, I give a warning to. Not once, not twice, most times 3 or 4 times. I'm only required to do it once, but I do it often. Your Wiccans believe in Summerland. Meaning no disrespect, so please, to all my Wiccans out there, to all the Wiccans, you have my love. It's not my path. I don't walk that path, but you have my love and my respect. But even for a promise of Summerland, there are works that have to be done. There are things that have to be done. There are forms that you need to live by the witch's reed. The witch's reed, the Wicca reed, was created for you. It was created evolved around the fact that you do not harm others. And if you can abide by all of these laws and all of these rules, then you have a promise of Summerland, of a place that's, and I'm not meant to say this for lack of better phrasing, a type of heaven. I do know some Wiccans out there that walk that path, and they walk a very hard path. They are in their books of shadows. They are in their meditation. They are into their Reiki and their cleansings, their auras. They're making sure everything. And to those people out there, I say, there is a Summerland for you. There is a place that was made for you. Same as the Christians. Now, a lot of witches are going to disagree with what I got to say here, but I'm going to say it anyway, because this is just one more step me showing and proving that this is the way I see it. This is the way I believe it is. Is there a heaven? Sure. Sure. But guess what? Just because you get down on your knees, and you turn your head toward the heavens, and you raise your little tiny hands, or your big hands, and you speak in tongues, and Lord Jesus, help me today. Forgive me of my sins and my transgressions on this day. Perfect example of this one would be close to the Bible. Everybody, even your atheists, know this one, John 3:16. For God so loved the world that he gave his only begotten Son, that whosoever shall believe on him shall have everlasting life and shall not perish. The Bible also says that in repentance there is forgiveness. See, this is where Christians get it. Christians believe, I can go out here and say the F word. I can go out here and look at all the chicks walking up and down the street all day long. I can go out and tell people what a bad man I am. I can come home, as long as I post a few Christian things on my wall, or I say a few prayers, online for somebody, or I, even before I go to bed, get down on my hands and knees and say, now I lay me down and sleep, I pray the Lord my soul to keep. Forgive me, Lord, for the 5,397 and a half sins I committed today. And I said half, because somewhere these Christians believe that there's a sin that they committed that was only halfway. It was only half a sin. It wasn't really a sin. I mean, yeah, I watched that show and they had girls on there dancing with their titties out and getting naked, but it was on my TV. That's only half a sin. I love it. It's original. Christianity is the easiest religion in the world. Pretty much, the way it's taught is that pretty much now you can do whatever the F it is that you want to, as long as you ask dear Jesus upstairs to forgive you for it. You're going to make it to that beautiful place called heaven. Well, let me give you another scripture, one that I really like. And I like this scripture for various reasons, and I'll get into that too. The book of Revelations, in my opinion, the greatest books ever written. And it says, on that day, and it's speaking about the judgment day, there will be those who stand before me, who say, haven't I healed the sick? Spoken tongues? Even raised the dead in your name, God, in your name. And the book says, and God looks at them and says, depart from me, you workers of iniquity, for I never knew you, and cast them into the very depths and gates of hell. So how does that work? It's for the sheep. See, even God doesn't like sheep. He tells you all the way through that book, serve me. Serve me. Serve me. Serve me. I bet you, and I've never actually went and counted, I bet you at least 200 times in that book, from the beginning, from Genesis to the last words, from the first word in Genesis to the last words in Revelations, I bet you over 100 times he says, or Jesus says, serve me. Forsake all that you have and follow me. Follow me. What does follow me mean? Follow me means serve me. There is no difference. It also talks in this good book, the Bible. I love the Bible because I use it against Christians all the time. Because I usually when a book says something, the very book that a Christian lives by is the greatest weapon we have against them. Because they don't even follow it. They don't even have a clue. You know, it says also that in order to make it into the gates of heaven, that one should strive to be Christ-like in all things. Now let's think about that. Strive to be Christ-like in all things. So what does that mean? So that means in the morning when I get up and I put on my pants and I go out to go to work, or I go out to do my job, or whatever the hell it is that I'm doing, as I walk out these doors, everything I do, I need to first ask the question, would Jesus do that? And if he wouldn't, then according to the Bible, I shouldn't be doing it either. I mean, you know, let's stop and think about it. And I'm going to use this as a perfect example because it's something that's been eating in my head for over a month now. And I've been, you know, white people laugh about it. There's one individual that'll come around from time to time, and, you know, when you look at everything that they say, everything's about Jesus, everything's about God, everything's about this country, it's great, it's a big fat on God, and God is so good, and I'm praying for you, and one day you're going to find a way, and on and on and on and on and on and on. But the first one to tell you was a married man. Hey, you wouldn't believe the chick I banged last week. You wouldn't believe the chick. Man, I want to tell you what, this one chick, she was all over my thing down there. I'm telling you, I'm awesome, man. Women love me. You're married. Isn't that like one of the 10 Commandments? Thou shalt not commit adultery? Oh, but that's right, I forgot. As long as you say, God forgive me, it's all cool. So here's the thing. I'll use me as a perfect example of that. I'm so demon-filled that if people could actually look inside of me and see how many demons live inside of me, the average person probably wouldn't want to be within 500 miles of me. But I'm demon-filled. My heart is demon-filled. My mind is demon-filled. My body is demon-filled. So yes, my body, my mind, and my heart think some demon-filled things because that is what I'm ruled by. But now, when you get down on your knees, like John 3:16 says that you should, and you do all the things that you need to do to get saved. You ask God to come into your heart. You ask Him to fill you up with His love, to make you more like Him. When God comes into your heart, then you would think that things like I just described would be the furthest thing from your mind, because where there is light, darkness cannot reside. If I went into this room I'm in right now and turned on every light in here, which unfortunately, because of my wife, there's about 7 of them. Don't tell her I said that. She likes light. And I turned on all these lights in this room. There wouldn't be one dark spot unless it was underneath my entertainment center, but it would still be so minute. You couldn't even see it. Because darkness and light cannot have no part with each other. Darkness will either overpower light, or light will overpower darkness. Or let's even look at let's look at the old Indian proverb. Now I do like this proverb, and I'm not even going to try to tell you what tribe or who it was that said this, because I don't know, and I don't like saying things that, you know, I can't be right about. So I'm not going to make myself look like an idiot. But the old, and I call it a proverb, it may actually be called something else, but the old Indian proverb about 2 wolves. I love the fact that, and this may not be even the exact way the story goes, but it goes along these lines. And if I'm telling it wrong, then, you know, you can come back in and commentate afterwards and say, hey, Mark, this is the way it really went. And I'll make a difference on my next video. So one day an Indian chief come up on his little grandson who was out playing in the woods. And he started telling the little Indian boy a story. And the story went something like this. He said, inside of us are 2 wolves. One is good and one is evil. And those 2 wolves constantly biting and fighting at each other. So who wins? The boy thought about that for a second. And he said, I don't know. And the wise Indian chief looked at his grandson and said, "It's the one you feed the most." I don't have a problem with Christianity. I really don't. The problem is that Christianity is a bunch of fake bullshit. Because there is nobody who can live that life. There is no way in this world you're going to live sin-free. But I'm not even looking for that in a Christian. I would love to one time in my life find one Christian who could honestly say, "You know what, I don't watch TV." What? Why not? Because there's too much sex and violence on it, and I don't need that in my mind. I would love to hear one Christian who could honestly say, "I listen to gospel radio, gospel tapes, and that's all that I do." Why? Well, because, the music today in this world is talking about fornication, cheating on your wife, or, going down and gunning somebody down in the streets. And, I don't need those thoughts in my mind. They're unclean. They're unclean thoughts. They're impure thoughts. Wow. Okay. Well, good for you. But one Christian who would say, I spend at least 2 to 3 hours a day praying. I spend at least 1 to 2 hours a day reading my Bible. Blah, 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 and just start quoting a bunch of scriptures right out of the top of their head. I am not a Christian and wouldn't serve that God if someone put a gun in my head and threatened to pull the trigger. And I know more about that book than most so-called Christians. Because Sun Tzu said in The Art of War, and I love this, a warrior who only understands one side, whether it be good or it be evil, is apt to be defeated by the side that he least likely understands. And that was very, so very true. Never has anything been so acutely accurate. Christians have never been able to defeat the witches of this world because the simple fact of it is, we know their game. A lot of us study that book. We know their strengths and weaknesses. Hell, most Travis Christian couldn't even give you a demon name, not one. And if they couldn't give you more than 1 or 2. And the only reason they can do that is they've seen it on a movie that they probably shouldn't have been watching. Or they heard it through someone like me, I remember that, well, that could be cool, it made me look smart. And even if they could give you the demon name, they damn well couldn't give you his background. What's his rank? What's his job? What's he look like? What's he specialize in? How many demons does that demon have that under his charge and his command? I can tell you just about anything you want to know about the angels. Come call me as a Christian and find out. But if you could show me one Christian who will walk that kind of life, they could sit in my living room, we could be friends, and we could associate 7 days a week. Maybe that's a real Christian. Are there any out there? I don't know. I will tell you that I do know that in my lifetime, in this lifetime, and just the last, let's say, 30 years, yes, I've met 4 powerful Christians. Yeah. Joey Height, Havis Crawford, a very powerful preacher from the hills of West Virginia. But I didn't even have to see him walk in the room, and I know that man was there, because I knew his spirit. I knew that spirit. But I'm not just attacking the Christians here. I'm attacking my own kind as well, because we're just as guilty. Do you know how many witches I know that to this day, right now, I could walk up and just say the simplest of things. Could you show me how to draw a circle of protection? Can you give me 3 herbs that we could use that would be good for deterring evil spirits or for helping to protect a house against it? Just give me 3 herbs. well, most of them couldn't eat the first one, which is most basic, you would think, because usually when you ask somebody that question, the first thing they're going to say, oh, sage. Great for cleansing. Woo, sage. Yep, sage. That's it. I could be happy with that. Most of them can't even tell you that. But they'll put their pentagrams on every morning. They'll walk out their doors, and they'll salute the world, preaching witchcraft, witchcraft, witchcraft. So today, most of your average covens, and I have seen this with my own eyes, it's freaking unbelievable. The average coven's idea of a new moon is, let's all meet out in this big field. We'll make a big circle. Don't worry about putting the pentagram in. We're just going to make a big circle, minus a pentagram. We'll light a big fire. Let's all get naked and just have sex with each other. I know, because in Felicity, they shut one down not even 2 years ago for that very thing. It was just a great big orgy. They bust them like 3 or 4 times. They go out there. They got some witches out here. They're doing their thing again. Well, what do you got? Well, you got a group of witches out there. They're naked and they're all having sex with each other. Yes. What is the one activity in our life that creates buku energy? Sex. Nothing wrong. I love like sex. In its place. It has no place on my altar. It has no place in my circle. If I'm going to do a spell like that, if there's something like that I'm going to do, and I'm in agreement with a sister in my covenant, that this is what we need to do. This would be something that we could use. I'm not going to include my covenant in it. It'll be between me and that one person and our God. Because my God's Lucifer. Love that guy. Now, the greatest trick Lucifer ever pulled was when he convinced the world that he doesn't exist. Fact. He does exist. He exists in me. He exists in thousands of other people in this world who are just like me. People, I love you. And there's a lot of you out there that this is no bearing to. I'm only saying this to help you maybe see people around you or see things in your life that maybe you haven't noticed before. People, we need to wake up and start looking around us for the sheep. Because they're everywhere. They're masquerading around as so many different things, as Christian, as good people, as people who love and care. And really the bottom line of it is they could care less if the world hung off a cliff. They wouldn't reach down and save but maybe 1 or 2. And that would only because they had great tits and a beautiful smile. They let poor plain Jane plummet to her death just because she's just an ugly duckling. But they will tell you, buddy, that they are just absolutely 100% pious. We love everybody. We love all life forms and cut you down and laugh and joke and beg. And here's the real kicker. So stupid. Most of these sheep are so fucking retarded. They don't even realize that a true witch, it's going to come back to anyway. Like I said, one of mine right now, I've been playing with for months. Christ, months. Before I caught on fire. That's going back, that was October the 2nd. So that's going back. I knew what kind of game he was playing then. I played it. It was fun. Go ahead. You think you're smart because you're going up there to the people that you're doing this to with. You're not that poor dumbass, you don't have a clue. I've always known. I was always one step ahead of you. Your day's coming. I promise. And when it gets here, and it will, I promise you that the last face that you're going to see is going to be mine. And in the lifestyle that you're living, I don't think you need to worry about heaven. That door ain't open to you. But I will see you in hell. Frequently, to come down and just rip you apart. But till that day comes, I'll still smile. Love you. Your day's coming. And it's coming like a hurricane. But, so, you know, I mean, like I said, people, listen, it's tit for tat. the blood will flow. It will run. Our enemies will lay down at our feet. As long as we're true to ourselves. And people, this is most important because it is a fact. We need to be true to ourselves. I guess these are enough headed south, I guess. Huh. But I love you all. I really do. And like I said, this was a surprise. It was a big surprise. I know most of you are going to probably be like, oh, really? Are you serious? This was your surprise? We get to look at you on TV, on camera. Wow. Would rather not. You know? But you know what, people? Seriously, let's not... I know this page has been a lot of being hateful and, there's some cruel things said, but it's true. People, let's celebrate our lives. Let's celebrate what's good about our lives. Let's be happy about the things that are happening for us that are great and grand. It's okay. But at some time, though, we also need to be serious a little bit because... as much as I like to laugh and have fun like everybody else out there, the truth of the matter of it is we have some serious issues right here in our own front door. Jobs, people are losing their jobs, people are losing their homes, foreclosure, it's everywhere we look, it's chaos. And people, I love each and every one of you, I really do. Hugs and kisses to all of you, except if you're a man, if you're a guy, it's a blow hug. Your girl, hugs and kisses. Don't want to make no mistake about that. But people, listen, seriously, please take this to heart. Look around you and find the sheep. I promise you, you're going to find just like I do. And there are hundreds of them, thousands of them, everywhere we look. Look, don't let them fool you. Don't let them win by feeling like that you don't know, that you can't see them. First of all, anybody in their right mind who knows anything about me all knows this. When you try to fool a wolf, not a good idea. Because I'll play your game. And as all of you all know that are watching this, I've played this game thousands of times. But I've never had anybody win it. Love and light, people. If I can figure out and make this all work, we're going to be doing this every week. If y'all have any questions or anything, please feel free to post them. I'm going to do my best to address them. Look, people, let's come alive. Let's explode on this world. Let's open it up. Let's become what we were meant to be. Great. I love every one of you, and I hope this finds you all well. Until next week, love, light, and darkness to whatever end it is you seek. Love you.